I work as a pen tester, freelancer. I am a trainer in multiple companies, okay, in MNCs and in IT Talent Hub. So that's what my work is. I train professionals for cybersecurity work in tools and technologies. Okay. Now, when we see further, I'll let you know that we have multiple branches running with the cybersecurity. Now, what branch you want to go, that we will help you with. And if you're not clear and you're only clear about like working in cybersecurity, we'll help you with the junior roles as well. Okay, what are the entry roles are? So we will help you to build your resume according to the rules. Okay, we'll help you to find the jobs. We will apply on behalf of you and will also encourage you to apply because it's not possible that we can apply everywhere. So if it goes hand in hand, it goes more well. Okay, so you apply, we will provide you the resumes, we'll ask you and train you how to cumulatively make your resumes very well. Okay, so that is the part you go with that. Then it comes with the part that will help you with the interview rounds. For example, you got shortlisted in a company, right? And you have an interview after 2 days. Now that company is looking forward with a junior pen testing role for web application. Okay. So we will ask you questions, will make you go through the interview rounds from our sides. Okay. So that when you go there, you are quite very confident and that helps you to grab the job. Apart from that, there is a project. So as you don't have any experience with cybersecurity, okay, so what we will do is sorry, we'll help you with the projects. So we'll get one project or we'll make one project for you. That would be from the IT Talent Hub. Okay, that particular project, so that you can at least imprint it on that your resume. Okay, it imprints a very good reputation, right? So that's how the whole process works. This is the cycle. Now coming to the training process. So whatever the terminology now you see are a little bit vague, but that's what we are going to teach you. So let's see further. So we'll be introducing you to ethical hacking. Okay, that's the first step of a cybersecurity professional. Even if you want to go to digital forensics, if you want to go to penetration testing, blue teaming, red teaming, okay, whatever you want to do, ethical hacking concepts are the most. Then we'll be learning the steps towards ethical hacking as well as pen testing. So give me a second, just a second.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. So with the ethical hacking concept, we also add part of pen testing concept. Okay, now in that we add two things. Probably we'll give you glimpse of other, but in most we add two things, which is web and network. Because on junior level we get roles for this too. We don't get roles for cloud, mobile. Okay, so that we will understand. Even IoTs are there. So these things we will just understand. Okay, so in future you can go further with it or you can plan with it. But this in precise we will be doing, okay, network and web along with the ethical hacking. So these are the attacks and technologies we will be using, okay, and the tools. But see the process. So thing is that we'll first learn ethical hacking concepts, okay. We will learning ethical hacking concepts. Along with the concept, we will understand how the attacks happen. Okay. I'm not permitted to teach you each and every attack, but I can teach you methodologies.
Okay.
Yeah. And tools. Along with that, tools that you use to do those attacks. Because I am bound up with the law of UK government and I do work with the other governments as well. So I'm little bit bind up. But along with that, I can help you with the tools and technology and methodologies. And under table, I can teach you how it works. So that's what we will be doing. Once you do this, okay, now you have an idea how all attacks work. So for example, supposedly you catch a cold, okay. Now how you come to know that you have caught a cold? uh your nose would be flooding, okay, you sneeze a lot, your head is paining, your throat pains, okay, um your nose is clogged, then you have fever. These are the symptoms. You see the symptoms, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So when you see the symptoms, what you do is, in initial time, in initial, if you see the initial symptoms, you try to take the medicine, right? So once we will learn the methodologies and tools, it is our initial stage. So we know the symptoms of our attacks. Now we will find out how to stop or how to detect them. Stopping is not a very viable thing, but we can at some point. Okay, but detection is one of the things,
Okay.
and that will help you to learn pen testing. Okay, so this is how hand in hand this will work. So we'll be learning the steps, which are scanning, footprinting, enumeration. Then second, we can go with the hacking web servers. Okay, so how to do that with the web servers and web applications. Then we can see further is other attacks like DOS, SQL injection, buffer overflow. Now see, attacks are divided into two ways. Let me start this and I'll again explain you. So our attacks are generally into two ways. What we are seeing here is that one is computer based. Okay, so here what you see is like viruses. I would say malware family. Okay, viruses, worms, DOS, etc. Okay, but when you come to web, there we don't have attacks. We have vulnerability. Now, do you know what is vulnerability?
No.
Okay. For example, uh, like have you done coding? Like you were a back-end or front-end developer?
A backend developer.
Okay. So for example, to do the smart work, what you do? If I am asked to make a, or else I ask you to make an application which looks exactly like a WhatsApp, just the name should be changed. What you will do?
I will do like copy paste the source code.
Exactly. That's the smart work, right? That's what we do. And it's not wrong. It's the smart work. Now, if my client is asking something very similar and just want to change a little bit, I'll take most of the code and whatever the changes are there, I'll make it. Why to write whole application, whole
Yeah.
code for the single application, right? We already have availability then. Great. So that's what we do. Now, for example, WhatsApp is having a bug where whenever you send something specific, okay, for example, a picture, a JPEG file, okay, then it automatically downloads it. You don't, it doesn't ask you option, but it downloads. Okay. So when you will copy paste the whole code, right? This bug will also get attached with your code,
Yes.
right? So this bug is called vulnerability of your code. It is called vulnerability. Okay. And In cybersecurity terminology, it's your vulnerability, which means there are chances we can have a attack done through this type of bug. Okay,
Okay.
that's called vulnerability. Now, in web applications, we don't have attacks. We don't put attacks. We have vulnerability. For example, SQL injection. So, for example, there is a login page and it is not having that many constraints into it. Okay, about the database, then I can might do an SQL injection attack with some query, right? With some SQL query. So that becomes my vulnerability and that leads to me an attack of SQL injection.
Okay.
I hope this is a little bit understandable.
Yeah, yeah, it's understandable.
Okay. Is my speed okay for you, Sarah?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. No problem.
Great. And if you're not like, if you have any doubts and anything, you can just interrupt and let me know. Fine.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So we have divided our attacks into two parts. That's what I wanted to tell you. One is computer based, right? And one is web based, which is this. Okay. And that we will learn. Now coming to wireless hacking. Now this point is actually taking all hacking web servers applications and coming with the network. So we'll be learning both and completing this task. So first you will learn and then you'll complete the task. Now in networking as well, we have attacks, but they are to enter the system. Okay. So for example, where you live right now in UK.
In London?
Okay. So for example, at your London place, I'm coming. Okay. And I notice that your windows are always open. Okay. And many
Okay.
times you just forget to close your windows while going out. It's just
Yeah.
an assumption. Okay. And I always notice that they are open. I know this thing. So there are chances that I can get into your house through your windows.
Yeah, it's possible. Like if I use like a internet something.
Yeah, great. So that's what I'm telling you. So if your ports are open, your IP address is not well, okay, and
Okay.
you don't have proper security,
Yeah.
then attack can happen on your network.
Yeah. Okay.
Now these are just to get into the system. So
Okay.
network is actually my doors. Network becomes the door for my
Yeah.
system.
Okay.
And if any door is open, I want to get into it. So we'll learn how we can get into the system through those type of doors of network,
Okay.
probably through the ports. Okay, yeah. So that's what we'll learn. Now coming to Linux. So Linux is something that we'll be learning with the Kali, because as we are learning everything, Kali plays an important role into it. Okay, Kali Linux
Okay.
plays important role because it will make your work little bit easy for being an ethical hacker or a pen tester. The reason is that so you are okay with the coding part. So which language you used to code .NET, right?
Yeah.
So are you familiar with the Python code, C language code,
Yeah. C
and
language and Python. Yeah. Obviously.
yeah. So are you very well versed with it, or you're like little bit of it?
A little bit.
Getting it. Okay, so I get it. Like we know the concept, we know the basics. We
Yeah.
not more than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here what we do is the Kali helps to the people who are not into much of offensive coding. Okay. So there are very less languages like Ruby, Perl, C, C++, Python helps you with the offensive coding. I never choose Java to do this offensive coding because it becomes very hectic. Writing a hello world code is also very hard in Java. It's very long, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, syntaxes are very high and so not using it, but this four languages help you. But as we see that we are not good at it, so we cancel this part. And if you are interested in coding, I'll help you out with that, but not in whole lectures because most of the people who will join you are not into coding. So that is why we are choosing Kali. And we choose many tools like Babsuit. Now, why we choose tools, I'll tell you one thing. When you go to the job roles, okay, on junior level, they ask you that they should be well versed with this type of tools. So, Babsuit, okay, Wireshark, Nessus, or I would say Nmap, okay, then Metasploit. And have you ever done batch scripting?
Uh, yeah, script, bad script, like when we create some notepad file and we have to save as a bat extension, like
Okay,
that.
so that, yeah, but yeah, so you create payloads, batch script it, or like that. So have you created any payload before? Batchwise,
Uh,
I can understand that metrics and all that you might have created.
yeah,
So payloads have you created? Like
N- not
fine. See, if not, it's fine. I'll help you to learn if you are interested. Not even interested in scripting something, then also fine. This
okay.
is the beauty of cybersecurity, that
Yeah,
you should not be very well versed with the coding in this profile. That's the
okay,
beauty. So don't worry, okay? Want to learn? I'm here to help you. Not, it's fine.
okay.
Okay. Then we will learn phishing. We will be learning very early, though it is in the last. But this is the first thing we'll be learning, because most of the attacks start by phishing only. Okay. After learning all this, we'll be having just a small conversation, or I would say debate of everyone in the class, that what are the countermeasures you find after learning all these things, right?
Okay,
That's what our whole course curriculum is. Any doubt into this?
not at all.
Okay. Anytime you have, let me know. If my speed is very high, okay, then
Okay,
also let me know. The
okay.
thing is that I start my work by morning 7, okay, 7 to 8 I start this, and I
As
have
a
to take lectures
as a
every
Indian time.
so no, I work yeah, at Indian time I start by 7 morning.
Okay,
Yeah. And I work till night 1 a.m. in
okay.
my, yeah. So if what like I take break of 1 or 2 hours, and all the time I'm just doing this. So because of that, my speed little bit increases sometimes.
No
So
problem.
just remind me, okay? If you feel like that I'm going very fast, let me know.
Okay.
Probably I am very slow with the people with your batch. The reason is they are not into this thing. So now, what we have curriculated, you must have heard of CEH certification.
Yes.
Yeah. So the curriculum which we have developed is having the good points of CEH certification as well as the OSCP certification, which means the offensive security part, which is of pen testing, and the other part of ethical hacking. Both we have cumulated and made a whole curriculum so that you get well versed with both the topics, and the more doors open for your job roles.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, that's how the syllabus will go further with this. Before that, I would show you a little bit of the job roles. Now, this
Okay.
is what I do. I do on a very high pace. Okay, but you can also start with this. Okay, I'm doing it in a high pace. Like I'm having a lot of experience, that is it. But initial level. Now, this is why I'm telling you one of the best field. Reason is that many universities and companies
Okay.
there in UK, okay, they are starting diploma level courses or certificate courses
Okay.
into this field. Only this ethical hacking, not even pen testing or anything, only ethical hacking. So in this field, if you are turning good, they will hire you very well because they need people. We have less people in this market who trains, professionals. Now coming to other roles, we have pen tester roles. Now here you go with multiple roles as web application, network. You also go with mobile. We will learn a part of it, and cloud. So there I can help you with other certifications, which is of Azure and AWS. Okay, if you have any idea of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as these two are only running right now, so free certifications might help you with this.
Sorry.
Okay, so free certifications, I'll inform you whenever there are free
Okay.
certifications in Azure and AWS. They might
Okay.
help you in your curriculum and in your resume as well. Okay, so that's the
Okay.
pen testing part. So we have multiple roles into pen testing. Then comes security analyst. So here we have blue team.
Okay.
This is called blue teaming. Okay, as a security analyst. In that we have security analyst roles also in 2 to 3 parts. Okay, for network security as a network security analyst. Okay, application analyst, or backend analyst. So for who has created your application, after that they analyze the security into the application. That's the part of it.
Okay.
Coming back, we have security consultant. Now we observe that there are people who are having lot of knowledge in sense they are known to the concepts very well. They cannot perform it, but they are known to it, right? And
Okay.
along with that, they cover a very good communication skills, like
Okay.
with the clients, with people. Okay, and they help them understand well. For example, people like me who are in training, we daily meet a lot of people, and they are very different to each other. Okay,
Okay.
so we have to deal with each and every person. We communicate well. So companies need such type of people to become their security consultant, to explain their client and their apart from the clients, we have even executives and other people in the company, okay, who are not from the background of cybersecurity or computer. So to explain them, to make them understand, okay, we have such type of roles called security consultant. They're also called information security officers of the team, okay, of the company. Okay. The most part of them is to aware each and every person, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is next goes with the incident responder. So they're also blue team, and they also work as an information security officers only. Okay, but the roles are different. Now the role is that once the incident is done, what uh, next step should be taken? That's the part. Okay. For example, let's see an example. You work in a company and you got attacked using phishing email. Okay. Now, you already got attacked, already data is leaked. Now comes the incident responders part. So what they'll do is they'll check for the reverse engineering of your email, what from where the mail came, okay, and IDs and etc. Apart from that, they'll create a whole new ID and will close the other one so that it cannot work ahead. Then they'll check your system, part of what data is missing, okay. They'll recover the data and they'll change your passwords and everything. That's what we do, okay. And we'll check from where the mail came and etc etc. That's what the part of an incident responder is, right? They are like police officers, okay. They reach the crime scene after the crime is done, and they find out and help the person again the crime doesn't happen with them. Now the role of ethical hacker trainer is quite normal. You can understand that you teach all this what I teach you. Then comes security architect. Now, this role, very rare, it opens on the junior level. That is, I entered it. We need 1 or 2 years of experience to become a security architect because they uh, provide details how the works happen and things go further with the people, right? So, but we will understand that part as well. Coming to the course curriculum, I already explained you everything. Still, I'll show you the slides so that in further you can understand it, right? So coming to the syllabus, and it's designed as I told you with the CEH and OSCP. Now, first is introduction to ethical hacking. So we'll be learning all the fundamentals, concepts, and how legally we can ensure these conditions and circumstances as our ethical hacking thing. Then comes the footprinting, scanning, and enumeration that we are in the step of ethical hacking as well as pen testing. So that's the initial step. For example, if you are enrolling for a university, right? You are enrolling for a course. So first thing what you do, like you want to go to you now you came to UK, okay? So what was your first initial step? It's you have contacted a consultancy for any course, or you directly would have applied for a course looking for most of the universities, right?
Yes.
So that means you gather information regarding the course, and then with the universities.
Yeah, gather the information about the course and apply in the uni.
Great. So that's the part. So that is one of the step. Okay. Similarly, we also offer that. We also have to do that is footprinting. Then comes scanning, enumeration. Okay. And first of all is reconnaissance. So before all the steps we do recon, gathering information, then we go with the footprinting and scanning, and then enumeration of it. Which means once it is done, I know what course it is, I know how to do it, I'm interested into it, I'll apply for it, and once I get the admission, okay, I'll pay for the fees. That's the whole procedure you do.
Yes.
We here do the attack. Okay, that's the procedure.
Okay.
Now, as I told you, we do web hacking. Okay, so that would be a web application. We'll find the vulnerabilities. We'll try to know what are the vulnerabilities and attack those vulnerabilities, as well as some of the attacks that work with the systems. In that, we also include some of the cryptographic concept, because there are attacks called ransomware. Have you heard of it?
Ransomware.
Yes.
Yeah, but I heard in someone speaking about that thing, but I'm not too much familiar.
Okay. No issues. We'll understand it. That's not an issue. If you're not familiar to anything, I'm always there to help you out. So that's not an issue. We're having training for that only. So we get all the concepts clear.
Okay.
Yeah. That's now coming to part of cryptography. That's what is remaining. Now we are learning little bit of encryption. You must have heard of this encryption
Yeah, obviously I work. Yeah, I
and
work as an
decryption
encryption.
technique.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the part of cryptography. So we'll be learning it because from there only information security started, right?
Okay.
Cryptography is one of the concept because there are some attacks that are lead through encryption decryption technique. Now, how they happen, what are the mathematical things that they do. Okay, every time the attacks are different because everyone's brain work different, and obviously it's very hard to take the key. So we see the other points of it and some remedies to stop it. But understanding is necessary because most of the companies ask about it, as there are chances they suffer for ransomware sometime. Okay. As I told you about the wireless hacking, we will already learn this into our network part. Okay. So when we will be learning network pen testing, we'll be learning the wireless hacking as well. Now see, web application and network runs hand in hand, because my web application is running on what, a network. Like it has an IP address, it has its own server. Okay, its server side scripting is different, client side is different. Okay, how it relates, what are the three-way protocol, three-way handshake protocol, all that things we have to do. So web and network run hand in hand, so we will be understanding both together. We'll just segregate attacks and the methodologies, and that will cover our part of whole wireless hacking. Coming to Linux, we'll be learning all these things on Kali. Okay, that is why Linux becomes our wholesome part, and we'll be learning some of the command line things into Linux and most of in the Windows. The reason is most companies work with the Windows architecture rather than the Linux.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we'll be learning phishing. As I told you, it's the first thing we will be learning. And using all this, when I talked about the tools, so we'll be using all these tools during our phases of learning, like learning wireless hacking and web applications. We'll be learning our tools that relates with the web, some that relates with the network, like that.
Okay.
Now, what are the outcomes of the courses? Okay, that is necessary. If you are creating something, if you're learning something, there must be some outcome of it. Other than that, learning is useless. What do you say?
Obviously,
Right.
obviously you
So
are right.
yeah. So after some time, we have to understand that what we'll be learning and what are the outcomes of it. And if you're not reaching at that point, then we have to little bit work for it. So first of all, it is like we should understand all the fundamentals of cybersecurity. That's the first part. Second part would be understanding how the cybersecurity technologies work. So that will be learning through the tools that we are uh, learning right now with different methodologies of web application and network architectures, right? Coming back, we'll also learn some of the attacking tools. So that also understands our technologies and how the things work, like on operating system level, on network level, okay, on other part that will curriculate our technological knowledge. Now, after we will be learning all these things, we'll be trying it practically because this whole curriculum is developed for more practical knowledge than theoretical, like the CEH certification or OSCP. So we are having more practically knowledge course. The reason is that because we are looking forward with the job after this, right? After completing it, directly we are applying for the job. So for that, having practical knowledge is little bit more necessary. Now we'll be having IT Talent Hub certification of completion of this training program, as well as one of the project. So that is industry recognized certificate of the IT Talent Hub. You will also develop a professional networking because whatever the people who will be learning with you uh, will apply on the most of the part. I'll help you how to create your whole different, like how to cumulatively make a different LinkedIn account so that you get more uh, you know
Yeah.
feeds. You get more feeds for the jobs. Okay,
Okay.
and learning something new makes a self development. I always have self development. Like every time I'm trying something or else I'm training people, every time I learn something. So that is called self development, and I
Okay.
hope that's always necessary.
Yes.